Welcome to another episode of the Almighty Vibes podcast. I am your host, Almighty. You know what this is. This is a daily podcast, literally every day. I tell you about what happened the previous day and what's going on currently. What's been trending, what's been going on in my life, all that good stuff. So, without too much, let's get right into it. Update. What's it called? It's not One Descendant. It's called the First Descendant. I'm going to be playing that today. Right now, I think it's about 5 o'clock. I'm going to be playing it tonight. You know what I'm saying? I've tested it out a little bit, but I'm going to be streaming it tonight, and I'm going to be playing it every day. So far, I like it. I ain't gonna lie. There's been a lot of mixed reviews about it. You know what I'm saying? People say they like it. Some people say they don't. I like it. I like a third-person shooter game. You know what I'm saying? It's like Anthem, Anthem Destiny mix, and it feels good. It looks good. You know what I'm saying? And hey, as I said, I'm gonna be playing it, and we're gonna see how it's gonna go. Other than that, other update. You know what I mean? Realistically, nothing has really been trending and going crazy recently. The Rick Ross thing was really just like the most that's really happened. You know what I mean? Everything else has kind of just been regular, other than for the fact that yesterday and today, I've been in this certain funk. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's a certain like emptiness, or I don't even call it like an emptiness. It's like a certain it's a certain feeling, like a certain question mark. It's like, like in cartoons when they have like a question mark on top of their head. Like I'm feeling that right now. I don't know why. Like, it's like, what's going on? You know what I mean? I can't explain it, but that's the feeling. So it's like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, all through that though, I'm not even gonna lie, because today I was supposed to, work on some content earlier. I was supposed to have recorded this earlier and everything. But I just, I was feeling like that, and I'm like, I'm someone that, I'm in tune with myself. I'm a conscious person, spiritual, and all that good stuff. So I just kind of like understood. I just gotta let let myself. Everything's happening for its reason. You know what I'm saying? So I just, allow myself. And while I was on, within that process, got some coffee, which I ain't had in a while. Right? Oh my goodness, man! Got some coffee and I was chilling, and I just, start putting things together. Redid my vision board, or my board, I guess you could say, and just redid that. And, in between all this, kind of the feeling and all that, said ideas start popping in. I start writing down stuff and redoing stuff. And basically, I got stuff done while still feeling in that funk. And after I finished getting all that stuff done on the vision board, I went right back to feeling, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? But then I played some music, because, when you start feeling down and questioning or stuff like that, your ability, or, you just start feeling, you don't know what it is. You just start feeling that funk, that energy starts going down. What you have to do is raise your energy back up by doing things you love to do. Like, and if you can't, you can't do some things maybe based on resources. You don't have the resources to get to that. Do what you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I started playing music, you know what I'm saying? Like, music I like to listen to, or something that's been in my head, and I start vibing out and everything. And then, of course, I start speaking, some words, some positive affirmations, you know what I'm saying? And all that, and basically start, it just started feeling different, you know what I mean? Of course, throughout the day, I was still feeling in between. Right now I'm recording this. Before I record this, I was feeling, but you know what I'm saying? Hopped in the shower, got that done. I'm like, man, I'm going to record, you know what I mean? And while in between setting up, I'm still feeling, but once I turn on the camera, comes alive, you feel what I'm saying? So maybe this is what I needed to do, all this time, maybe because I was stalling, but I don't know. I woke up feeling like that. I don't know, you know what I mean? I can't explain it, but it's life, you know what I'm saying? Like this is life, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I had that funk. But one thing I would advise anybody, no matter how you feeling, try to stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? As I said, this is a daily podcast, you know what I'm saying? So I know regardless of what happens, I'm going to be here and I'm going to be talking, because it's a daily podcast. I have to communicate, you know what I'm saying? I got to let it be known. I got to, you know what I mean? So, hey, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And that's part of the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, no matter how you feeling, stick through it. Stick through it. Like, something I realized that I noticed, you know what I'm saying, within this my current journey, I was just thinking about this, like, like doubt, man, keeps creeping in between things. Like you're seeing the result. Like someone like me, I'm an overthinker. I think about things too much. Like I be seeing the results of what I'm doing, my labor and all that, but I'm still, when little things pop up, I question it. You know what I'm saying? Because I constantly believe that we are constantly evolving as time is going. So it's like I'm like, when for example, like I was just thinking about this earlier. I was like, man, I asked for a sign, right? And it seems like I see a sign. Right once I see that sign, I'm like, okay, cool, this is a sign. I'm going with this. And right once I decide to go with that, something else happens to contradict that sign, and I'm like, universe, what's going on? Is this a test? Or are you saying, hey, the first sign you showed me, that first thing was not the right, that's not what you misunderstood what I was trying to say. I'm saying, go with this other one. So someone like me that's an overthinker, for someone else that may be a little bit more simple thinking, what I'm saying, even though they conscious and whatever it is, but they just think less, it will be easier for them to work, what I'm saying, because they don't complicate things. For me, I think of multiple possibilities, multiple, what I'm saying? So it's like everything I see, first of all, me personally, every single thing I see, every single thing that happens to me, I am absorbing it. I'm literally analyzing it. Like, how do I learn from everything that's happening? Even right now, I'm recording myself talking, what I'm saying? I'm thinking about, like, how am I learning from what's going on? Every experience that I observe, like earlier, something happened earlier, right? I was, when I got out the shower, no diddy. When I got out the shower, and I was trying, getting ready and whatnot, I try to get some from the shelf, and a glass of the what's it called? Cologne, perfume, whatever it is, fell like from the shelf, and I thought it was going to shatter, right? And it did shatter, right? And I, because it's made out of like pretty thick, dense glass. So once that happened, I was just kind of like, because I was asking the universe, like, what, show me something, explain something, explain a sign. And for me, that little thing that happened, that little quote unquote mistake, because I don't believe there's mistakes in the universe. Anything that happens, everything happens for a reason. I seen that as a story of, like, basically the universe telling me, look at that, what I'm saying? That's tempered glass. It's gone through heat and all that good stuff to be as thick and dense as it is. That's why no matter how it felt from that thing, it didn't even crack. Really, the thing didn't crack. It didn't have no scar, no nothing. So it's like no crack, no nothing. So so I'm just like, yo, like, for me, that's how I'm reading every experience in my life. So when I'm seeing life like that, I overcomplicate things. I overthink things. So when I'm seeing signs, even like that sign I was just telling you right there, I'm overthinking it. Is that really a sign? Am I just overthinking it? And that's just me, like me, myself. Now, is that good? I don't think so, because, what I mean? But at the same time, I'm a student of life. I believe in constantly educating myself, not just from individuals or from, watching people and all that but literally from life itself. I feel like life can teach you everything, what I'm saying? Like gravity teaches you that, what I'm saying, everything has its own time, what I'm saying? Everything that goes up must come down. It's just an issue of everything has its own time, what I'm saying? And when it comes down, it can go up back again, what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things like balance, what I'm saying? That's what gravity teaches you, balance, So it's like, there's a lot of things you can observe, so when you look at nature, you understand that good and evil is a concept, So there's so many things, like you just have to sit and observe, what I'm saying? Like one of the practices that I always recommend people to do, that even I do, is, what I'm saying, I just sit down and just sit down and observe. Like there are a lot of forms of meditation. People don't know this, right? People don't know there's a lot of forms of meditation. A lot of people so focused on the typical idea of meditation, which is like but bruh, there's also meditation where it's literally just you sit down quietly, literally, and just stay still. Your eyes can be open or whatever. You just sit down quietly and just let your mind wander. There's another style of meditation where you basically observe things. You're just looking at nature. What I'm saying? You just out in nature, just sit looking at nature. Or you could be walking. You do another meditation form while you jogging. So there's a lot of forms of meditation. Meditation is basically, you understand what it is. Clearing your mind and letting your mind just, what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It's supposed to help you control your thoughts. So when you're doing something, let's say, for example, some people meditate when they driving, what I'm saying? Like that, them cruises, they just driving and they let their mind just go and just meditate. Some people meditate by focusing on things. Some people meditate by letting their mind go and making sure they don't focus on anything at all. Whatever your form of meditation is, you do that, what I'm saying? And hey, help yourself out. because truthfully, meditation is a game changing thing. I ain't gonna hold you. Like because we already know that controlling our minds right here, this is everything, you know what I mean? And I practiced it too. I ain't gonna lie, I fall short of it, you know, every then and again, for sure. But I definitely try to practice it every day. You know, meditating, you know, so focusing. Sometimes I also, you know, you can, so like manifestation is also a part of meditating. Well, manifestation basically where you focusing on an outcome that you want it to, you know, to happen, putting details to it, creating it in your mind and spending time in there, you know, building basically like dreamland, living in dreamland or imaginary land right there, you know what I'm saying, creating in your mind in detail and all that, living there. Because as you keep doing that, that so-called imagination is not actually imagination, it's just another dimension. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of theories when it comes to that, and we're gonna share that on another episode because we're getting close to time. But trust me, I have a theory where everything that there's no such thing as imagination. We're not imagining nothing, but everything that we so-called imagine is already happening in another dimension. I have that theory, but we're gonna share that later on. You know what I'm saying? We almost out of time right now, man. Everybody, you know, this is Almighty Vibes, the podcast, man, with your host Almighty, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, you know what I'm saying, share all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna catch y'all the next one, basically tomorrow. Oh man, see y'all, man. I'm out. Peace.